Welcome to Happy Learning. Now we will see intelligence test. Intelligence can be measured through intelligence test. This intelligence test was constructed by Stanford-Binet and he was the father of intelligence test. Intelligence tests are based on individual test and group test. It is formed on the form of test, may be further divided into verbal test and non-verbal test. The measurement of intelligence. The intelligence test can be classified as follows. Intelligence test divided into individual test and group test. And further it can be divided into verbal and non-verbal. Non-verbal is also called as performance test. Now we will see what is individual verbal test. The test involves the use of language and administered to an individual at a time. Example of one such test is Stanford-Binet Scale. The father of intelligence test is Stanford-Binet. The test contains 30 items arranged in order with increasing difficulty. At age 3, point out nose, eyes, mouth. At age 7, what is missing in the unfinished picture? The test is for people from 2 to 20. The Indian version is called Samaya Buddhi Pariksha. The scores are used to calculate IQ. Individual performance test. In this test, the content and responses are in the form of performance. Language is not used at all. The performance in this activity are tested. Some of them are blocks, building, cubes, construction, asked to make a structure or design by means of blocks or cubes. Individual performance test. Another commonly used individual performance test is Wechsler's intelligence test. It has two versions such as WISC for children and WAIS for adults. This is something referred as both verbal and performance scale simultaneously. The scale consists of 11 subsets, 6 are verbal and 5 are performance. The score are added to calculate the IQ. Wechsler's intelligence test, verbal scale. There we test relate to general information, general comprehension, arithmetic reasoning, distinction between similarities, digit span, vocabulary, and in performance scale it may be related with digital symbol test, picture completion, block design, picture arrangement, and object assembly test. Group verbal test, the test which necessitate the use of language and are applied to a group of individuals. Some of the common tests are Army Alpha test, CIE verbal group test of intelligence, the group test of general mental ability, group non-verbal test. These tests do not use language and apply to a group. Some of the common tests are Army Beta test, CIE non-verbal group test. The advantages of this group test are can be administered to very large number simultaneously. Simplified examiner role, scoring typically more objectives. Large representative samples often used leading to better established norms. Group non-verbal test. Disadvantages of those are examiner has less opportunity to obtain cooperation and maintain interest. Not readily detached if examinee tired, anxious or unwell. Evidence that emotionally disturbed children do better on individual than group test. Examinee's responses are more restricted. Verbal and non-verbal test. Advantages of performance test are useful for those without language, good to understand skill in mechanical jobs. Disadvantages, very costly, less reliable, cannot predict, good for mental ability but not good enough for abstraction and concepts. Uses of intelligence test, it can be used for the purpose of selection, admission to a course, a purpose of classification, for the purpose of promotion, for the purpose of knowing one's potential, for diagnosing. It will help in research work too. The limitation of intelligence test. Intelligence test and students' inferiority and superiority leads to problem and misbehavior. Intelligence test and teachers. Prejudice on students, lack of support for some students, etc. It also creates segregation and conflicts. Only cognitive aspects are touched by those facts. Factors like interest, attitude, motives are not considered in intelligence test. So please use of this test and know the intelligence of the child. Thank you.